Don't install later. Oh, camera. There we go. And here we go. All right. Live. And what we doing here? Mirror. Screen. VJ's in the house. What's happening there, Mr. VJ? Montana. Lily. Was that Lily? No, VJ. Okay. Mower, Faber, Fred, Megan, Papa Todd. Yes, sir. Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. SAS Home Service. How you guys doing today? That being said, good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. What I'm looking for specifically is a 1% return on a weekly basis. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. If you do it right, you should be good to go. Up, down, how are you doing today? Caleb, Johnny, Santiago, David, Tom, Caleb, Ovidio.
Showing up here, James.
Hey, Mark, I can tell that voice.
Yes, sir.
Julie.
Up,
Julie, do you love me? Julie, do you care? All right, anyway, Jose, ¿qué pasa, amigo? Rob. Hey, Julie. How are we going? Yep. Alrighty. So what we're going to be doing here is going through a trading strategy that I created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. Liz, do you remember me? Julie goes like this. Do you remember when, and would you like to get together again? Well, I'll see you after school. Do you remember that song, Julie? Gayut. What's happening, Gayut? How are you today? Marina, I knew a girl named Marina. Cousin Astra, cool beans. You just started? Yep, just getting ready to go. I watched you for a year in 2024. Yeah, I remember. All right, who do we have over here? Basketball clips for you. All right, how you doing? Good for you. All right, good for me. Alrighty. Check American Airlines, my first options code. I'm hoping it's going good for you, Julie. How did you do in 2024? Julie, let me know. How did you do in 2024? Hey, I've been watching you for a while, and I think you're really cool. Woohoo! Thank you. Basketball, hey, Brenda, how are you doing? Monica, how are you? Prank War. Okay. So, Julie, I'm curious. How did you do? Gayut, you sold puts on Intel. Cool beans. Uh-oh. Start stream. Are you sure you want to stream? Absolutely. Let's get the ball rolling. Rolling. Get those doggies moving. Rawhide. Okay, first on the list. Jose wants to take a look at American Airlines. The one guy. Uh-oh. I used to be the one guy. Seriously. I was dating this chick once and said, you still dating that guy? Yeah, which guy? That one guy, you know? That was me. So now it's you. You are that one guy. I am no longer that one guy. Okay, Gayut, we're going to take a look at Intel in a minute. I have a question. Could you start playing Fortnite ever? Hell no. I don't waste my time with video games. Terribly sorry. All right, Julie, it was okay, but 2025 did much better from all the learning. Nicely done. All right, so we got a couple we're looking at. Jose wants to look at American Airlines. Way to go.
James, sorry to bother you. We're not seeing you, though.
You don't want to see me. How do you want to see me
Not
for?
really, but I guess we can just listen to you.
The video's on.
Yeah, the only thing I got is where it says a little picture of you. It says Dividend Stock Talk. That's it.
No, I think you might be in the wrong place. All right, you're still down here.
There we go. Now I got you.
Now you do?
Oh, now you're gone.
Well, because, all right, hold on. See if I got to switch screens. Hold on.
You're there now.
We could see you now earlier.
Yeah, I know, because I'm on the phone and I'm on. All right, hold on a second. Let's see if I can do it this way. So I want to change. Okay. I'm going to sign out on this computer and I'm going to sign on the phone. So the phone's right there, so you should be able to see it. So don't go anywhere. I'll be here. All right. End the meeting. No, leave meeting. Assign a new host. There you go. I'm going to assign myself as a new host. There we go. So, are we over here? All right. So you can hear me over here, right? All righty. So I'm going to put it up for, turn up the volumes in case you guys have any questions. You guys have any questions, put it in the chat or just unmute yourself and speak up. Speak. You know what they say? Speak now will forever hold your peace. It's okay. I was just a question about what about Minecraft? Okay, I don't play video games. Terribly sorry. All my children play video games. It's just too much for me to do that. Terribly sorry. Prank War, what do you want to do for 2026? My watch your achievement in life. Thank you. Watch it unfold because I'm actually creating a whole bunch of different video channels for all the different projects I want to get done before I kick the bucket. This is just one of them. And as we started a couple of days ago, so I think we're up to like 3 different programs. What's your stock selections for Monday? Gayut, just chill for 1 second while we go through this. No YouTube tonight? Uh-oh. Yeah, we just started YouTube a little while ago. All right, hold on. Bad echo, damn it. Okay, Faber, we're going to start that. Well, my son is a little dragging his feet a little bit. Not Jacob. Jacob's the one who'll be joining us live in full time in February. James, he's the one who's my grandson's father. He's dragging his feet with my grandson. What's your achievement in 2026? It's just getting started. 26 is just getting started. All right, what are we doing? Okay. It's cold outside. No, it's not cold here. Okay, Jose wants to look at American Airlines. We'll look at that in a second. All right, here we go. All right. Pen, here we go. Now, anytime I look at a chart, any chart, I don't really care which chart it is. I'm always looking for 5 things, and I always start out with the 1-year chart. I'm looking for 5 things, and it's really quick. Should take you 3 to 4 seconds. 3 to 4 seconds. You ready? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. That was it, 3 to 4 seconds. Now, next, I want to check and see the numbers. Is it going to be financially feasible for me to do this trade? Well, currently we're at 1467. 1467, 1467, 1467. That's the current price at the moment. So, I'm going to say no to American Airlines before we even waste any more time on it. And the reason being is right here. It's going a little slow at the moment. So let's zoom in. Take a look at the high from the 90-day period, which is right here. That was a couple of weeks ago. She drops, comes back up. Now she drops again. Now, if you really like American Airlines, just keep your eye on it. As she drops, she'll find a new bottom and turn around and go up. It's actually that simple if you like American Airlines. But at this moment in time, it doesn't really look that good. So we're going to pass on American Airlines for this week. All right, okay. Jacob, sick. Sherry, Anthony, it's cold outside. I missed work. Sorry about that. My girlfriend wants to know when you're going to get started with something with a grandson. I would like to get started. The funny thing is, I saw my grandson today. I said, hey, when are you coming up to Papa G's house? He says, sorry, Papa G. Grandma G is going to pick me up on Friday, and I'm going to stay with her for the weekend. So maybe next weekend I get my grandson. Maybe. Good evening. Thoughts on Verizon? Let's check out Verizon. Who is that? Charles. Charles, let's check out Verizon. Verizon. VZ. You ready? Remember I said 3 to 4 seconds. Let's see how quickly you can do it. Uh-oh. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What is this? This is going to mess us up for who knows how long. And why is that doing that? It's a little slow. All right, well, it's a little slow. See what happens. What's your achievement for 2025? Okay, prank, it's just getting started. I forgot, what year did you start YouTube? 15, 16, 17 years ago? 17 years ago I started YouTube. Shit, I've been here for a while. All right, anyway, there's an echo still. Damn it, echo. Echo. Auxiliary mic, video capture device. Video capture device. Let's get rid of that one. All right. Now, is there an echo now? Let me know if there's an echo now. All right. Let's get rid of this. So we can't really see anything with Verizon because of this stupid thing right there. I wish there was a way we can take out just like one day so we can figure out what the heck's going on. So we're going to go from here to here. All right, perfect. Look at that. That's so much clearer. We're high here a couple of weeks ago. We dropped down. Here's the bottom. 1, 2, 3. 3 days to the upside, 39.52. This is going to be the first one for the day. Now, anytime I'm going to do a covered call, by the way, that's the strategy we're going to do. As we progress throughout the night, you're going to find the rules. You're going to find the criteria. You're going to find all the lines. I love to color outside the lines. I like to go against the grain. You tell me to go left, I'm going to go right. I hate it when people tell me what I have to do, what I can and cannot do. We're going to get more of that conversation a little bit later. But here, it's clear to see. Down, now she's going back up again. 39.50. The 39.50 is selling for 78 cents. Now, I know 78 cents doesn't sound like a lot. But if you do the math in your head, 79 cents, well, what percentage is 79 on a $39 stock? Well, it's almost 2%. Well, let's find out. If, and only if, you actually like Verizon. It's not, either you like it or you don't. Okay, I got 5 very, very simple rules. My rules are so simple, you'll hear them and you'll say, oh, I learned that in elementary school. Okay? Rule number 1, never buy something you do not want to hold on to. Okay? If you don't like Verizon and if you cannot imagine having Verizon for the next 20, 30, 40 years, don't buy it. Now, granted, I will jump in. If it hits my target, I'll let it go. Because I'm not looking to hold on to something. I'm looking for cash flow, which means I buy. As it goes up, I sell. As it drops back down, I buy back in. So instead of buying the dip, that's where I jump in. I jump in on the dip as it's bouncing off the bottom. Then, when it jumps up, I'll take my profits and move on. All right, let's keep on going. So Juan, is that echo still there on YouTube? Robots and returns, is the echo still there? No YouTube chart tonight. It should be up there. Ever considered a covered call on a single stock ETF? Cheap way to get in on expensive stocks like Richard Scanian. I'd love to hear it. What ETF do you got? Let's hear it. Echo on YouTube. Oh, no echo on YouTube. Wait a second. Vino. I got 3 YouTube channels. Okay, you're on YouTube channel where everything is backwards because it's on my iPhone. So I'm projecting on my iPhone here. The YouTube that they're talking about is the one down there on the computer, which does go to YouTube and has the full screen without me standing in front of it. So it's a different YouTube. Okay. Okay, Richard, I'm waiting to hear that. What do you got? Thoughts on TMC. Hold on. Taiwan Semiconductors, is that right, Jar? Oh, so anyway, Jar, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Okay, sit tight. We're going to get to that in a minute as soon as we finish up with Verizon, because Verizon is jumping up nicely. I like the way it's looking. So let's actually take a look at it. So the 5 rules, I get sidetracked easily. Squirrel. Yes, I do. I have adult ADD. I get sidetracked simply. I have so many projects I'm working on at one time. People always ask, how do you keep track of all your projects? Projects. How do you keep track of all your projects? I said, well, each one is compartmentalized. So one day I work on this one day I work on this one day I work on this one. And I can jump from one topic to another. It boggles people's mind how quickly I can change subjects. That's like how much MEK do we add to the polyester resin when the dew point rises above 97%. Well, it gets really complicated then. And then the temperature also. So you can have a high dew point and a low temperature, and then it reacts in a different, yeah. Pretty soon we'll be talking about compression ratios in a 34 Duesenberg. That really throw you off. But let's get back to this topic. Okay, 39.52. We're going to do the 39.50s, paying 78 cents. What rate of return would that be? And how safe is it? Well, I can't answer that question for you. I cannot tell you what to buy and what to sell. I can only show you what I'm doing. I like Verizon, and if the numbers look good, yeah, I will buy it. No, that is not a recommendation. No, that is not a tip. Hold on a second. I am not ignoring you. I get so many Guyute with stock select. All right, we're going to get to that in a minute, Guyute, all right? All right. Okay, hold on. Okay, so before I go on, can you please understand one thing? Okay, I am live streaming on 9 different channels. 9. So if I don't get to your question right away, I will get to it eventually before the night is over. Because at 10:30, I stop looking at stuff, I just answer questions. So I will get to every single question, just be patient. Okay, because I got 9, 9 cameras, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens. Okay, so I got a lot of questions coming and going, so I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to get to what we're doing. What we're doing now is the 39.50. As I was saying, we want a simple, safe, predictable, consistent trading strategy, and that is the covered call just before the EX date comes. Because I have found throughout my trading that most dividend stocks have a tendency to go up just before the EX date. But you got to keep an eye on them. Okay, never blindly just jump into something. Do your research. Does it make sense? Okay, so let's take a look. All right, we're going to get rid of this because we already said yes, and we already said the 39.50s. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change this where it says single, and we're going to go to covered stock because this is all of the different trading strategies you can do. Single, vertical, back ratio, calendar, diagonal, straddle, strangle, covered, blah, 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 blah. A whole bunch of them. And don't ask because I'm only giving away one for free. And if you do it right, that one for free can get you 1% every single week. That's over 50% per year. Yes, if you do it right. Pick the right company. Never buy something you don't want to hold on to. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Rule 3, make sure the company's consistently profitable. Rule 4, weekly options only. And Rule 5, make sure the numbers work. That's what we're looking at now, the numbers. What are we buying? Well, we're buying at 39.48. We're going to be selling at 39.50. Okay, we're going to be doing a covered stock, which is also known as a covered call or a buy right, depending on where you grew up and what language they use. It's all the same thing. We're buying the stock, and we're turning around and we're selling the stock at the exact same time for for basically the exact same amount of money we just paid for it. So if I'm paying $39.48, I'm going to sell it for $39.50. Granted, I'm only going to make 2 cents on the stock, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the stock appreciation. If it goes up, great, wonderful. If it pays a dividend, great, wonderful. Not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for specifically is this right here, the option premium. So let's do this one, $39.50 right there. Let's do just one contract so you know how much one is going to be. I always do them at the market. At the market is such, I'm looking for something, is such an American thing. Okay? It's not, worldwide, because Americans are weird. Let me explain. Okay? I'm an American. I'm weird. I get it. Market orders. A market order is basically, you ready for this? Uh-oh. All right. A market order is basically, give it to me now. I don't care what it costs. I don't care this. I don't care that. Give it to me now. That's a market order. Give it to me now. That's an American thing. I want it. I want it now. All right. So, covered call at the market. I want it first thing when the market opens. So, what's going to happen first thing in the morning? I'm going to buy it and I'm going to sell the option at the exact same time. I'm going to buy the stock first. Within a tenth of a second, it puts up the order and it sells the option within 0.2 of a second. Because I want now. And I don't care what it is. Do you know why? Because when you do a covered call, buy the stock, sell the option at the exact time, you already know what your profit is going to be. Okay? Do you remember I said simple, safe, predictable? The predictable part's right here. I know what I am paying. I know what my profit is before I even do the trade. It's not I'm going to buy this and, well, if it goes up, I get this. No, this stock doesn't even have to move. It can stay exactly where it is, and I'm still going to make that profit. So let's do the numbers and see if it works. All right. Buy one, covered call. Verizon, 30 January 26. That means I'm buying the stock first thing in the morning. Then I am selling somebody the right, not the obligations. That means they can do it if they want to. They don't have to if they don't want to. It's the right, not the obligation. But they're paying me a premium. That's that number right there. And that's what I want. I want the premium. I don't care about the dividend. I don't care if the stock goes up. It's kind of weird. We're investing and we don't care if the stock moves. Isn't that weird? Because I want the insurance premium. And yes, stock options are insurance contracts. You need 4 things for an insurance contract: beginning date, ending date, consideration, and meeting of the minds, also known as an agreement between 2 adult parties. Okay? So if I'm selling, you're buying, and we agree on terms, and you give me money and I give you an agreement, that is a contract. Beginning date, ending date, consideration, and meeting of the minds. Okay? So, I'm buying the stock first thing in the morning. I'm selling the option first thing in the morning. Here's the strike price, the $39.50 call option. The strike date or the expiration date is the 30th of January, which is this coming Friday. So, whoever buys this, and I have no idea who buys it. I honestly don't care who buys it. They have between when they pay for it and 3:59 p.m. Friday afternoon to make up their minds. Either buy it, don't buy it. Me, personally, I don't care. Because if I get stuck with the stock, I'm perfectly okay with it. Why? Well, Verizon's been around for a long time. And rule 1, never buy something you do not want to hold on to. So if you're okay with Verizon, if this makes sense, okay, but first thing in the morning, buy. There's my profit. There's that. Now what we're going to do is whip out the calculator to see what rate of return is possible if everything works out. So let's find this out. We're going to need a calculator. Now, first thing I want to do with the calculator is put in the profit. Okay? The profit, max profit, $85. Now that $85 is per contract. So if I get 1 contract, that's $85. If I get 2 contracts, that's $170. If I get 5 contracts, that's 85 times 5. Okay? So however many contracts you can afford, that's a you thing. I don't know. I don't need to know. Okay? You need to figure out how much you have. What is your risk factors? I mean, do I like this company? Is this something I want to add to my portfolio? Does it make sense? You know, all those kind of nice, neat, fun things. Profit, $85. To find the rate of return, you take the $85, the profit, divided by the investment. Well, this particular investment for one contract or 100 shares, because 100 shares equals one contract, is $3,865. So when divided by $3,865 and gives us a grand total of 2.19% for 1 week. Think about that. 2.19% for 1 week. What am I doing specifically? I found a stock that I like, Verizon. Okay, I looked at the chart. The chart says it's going on the upside after a little bit of a dip. Okay, it dipped down. Now it's turning around, going back up. That makes sense. Okay, so if I'm buying it tomorrow morning, I want to be out by Friday. The current price is $39.48. So if I'm buying it at $39.48 and I'm selling it for $39.50, I'm making 2 cents. No, I'm not, because I'm also getting the premium. Because I don't mind owning the stock. That's the big key. Never buy something you don't want to own long term. Just because the premiums and the dividends are good is not a reason for you to buy something. Does it fit into your portfolio? Does it fit your long-term or even short-term goals? Do you like Verizon? Do you think it's a good place to put your money? That's a you question. I can't help you out with that. Okay? Don't ask what you should buy. I'm not going to tell you because I know nothing about you. You want to have a conversation? Fine. Send me a phone number or go to the website, book a call. I will personally will call you myself if you live in the United States. I got a phone number from someone in Taiwan. How am I supposed to call someone in Taiwan? Anyway. So, 2.19. I like that one. Let's save it. Let's save this one and see what happens for the week. I'm just kind of curious. We'll save it and see what happens by Friday. So, Friday, come on. There it is. If the stock is above hold on, I just opened this baby up. There it is. Woo-hoo-hoo! I remember, I've been doing this for a couple of years now. I remember a couple of years ago, somebody asked, can you zoom into that and make it bigger? Yeah, I can. Anyway, buy one covered call Verizon. Expiration date, 30 January 2026. That's this coming Friday. What call strike? The $39.50. What's the purchase price? Well, it says right here, $39.46. What's my profit? $85 per contract. What's one contract costing me? $38.65. $38.65. Well, I can get 10 of them. Great. 10 of them. That's $850. Anyway, let's save this one. And we said 2.1. 2.1. If you're curious, okay? The QR code, that's for the website, makes it easier right here. Okay, now I don't buy and sell cryptocurrency, but I am creating my own cryptocurrency for my own personal use, if you have the desire for that. All right, let's get out of this. Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this. Let's change this back to where we were. And back here, and wait, right, there we go. Back to where we started again. What's next? Jar wants to take a look at TMC. Isn't that Taiwan Semiconductors? TMC? I don't know, is it? Let's find out. TMC. Oh, the metals company. Oh, hell no. Wasn't that quick? I didn't even turn around and look. Okay, I said no because of this right here. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. What do you think? 30-day bottom, 30-day high. Okay, we were at $6. We shoot up to 10. Now do some math in your head. Quick math. It doesn't have to be complicated. It was at $6, was the low. That was a couple of weeks ago. And then Thursday, it hit 10. That's $4. You do realize a $4 move on a $6 stock. What is that, like 60, 70% increase? A 60, 70% increase. Yeah, no thank you. I don't ever buy anything at the high. No thank you. Okay? You make your money buying low and selling high. Not buying high and waiting for it to go higher. Jar, sorry about that. It's going to be a no. Sorry, brother. Little old me wants to take a look at IWM. Okay, IWM. What is IWM? IWM. iShare Russell 2000. Hell no. It's at the high, and it's a daily. No, I don't do daily. That's too much work. That means I'd have to be in front of the thing every single day. No thanks. Sorry, little old me. I am a lazy trader. I want to get in on Monday morning, okay, put my 15, 20 minutes in and just be done. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just take a quick look. What did I buy? What did I sell? Where's it at? Where's it going? Should I do anything? That's it. I am a lazy trader. I don't know why the hell you guys listen to me. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. It takes less than 5 to 10 minutes. Get in, get out, make my money, thank you. You want to make more money? Fine. Sit in front of your computer longer. Learn some more stuff. There's so much stuff out there that you can learn. I like simple, safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. That's what I'm doing. All right, Verizon. Okay, IWM, we already looked at that one. Gimmo, Maria Anderson, how are you? Code B. J Cool One. Okay. Enrique Quintero, ¿qué pasa? Who needs help reselling? Dude, don't be doing that. Venice, how are you, Venice? No echo, but very low volume. Okay, hold on. Very low volume. Okay, we're going to crank up the volume a little bit. Okay. All right, I cranked up the volume a little bit. It's going to take a little bit to get there. Anything you can show us for USO? What the heck is USO? United States Oil ETF. Interesting. Okay. Got a minor flaw here. Okay. High, low is, look at this. Down, up, down, up. Okay. It's bouncing a little bit too out of reach. Okay, here's the bottom. Here's your bottom here. Here's your top. She went up, down, up, down, up. Where do you think it's going next? It's going to gap up on Friday, after a gap down, after a gap up, after a gap down. Yeah, that thing looks like it's coming down. Looks. Doesn't mean that's going to happen. Okay? I am extremely reserved. I am extremely, what do you want to call it? Frugal's one word. That's not quite one. I forget that word. Don't get old. It's no fun. You know, because when you're younger, yeah, everything's like fresh. Everything's new. Everything's just coming right off the top of your head. Yeah, once you get into your 60s, a little tiny bit gets taken away every day. A little tiny bit. So small, you don't notice it. But after a while, you start noticing. Conservative. That's the word I was looking for. I'm a little bit more conservative. I like to be a safe. Simple, safe. So as much as this looks, you know, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah, that gap right there makes me a little queasy, and the highs right there. I want it to drop back down here before I jump in. But that's just me. If you like it, you do it. All right, let's keep on going. Let's keep on keeping on. Oops, I missed a bunch of questions. Dickerson. Bonjani, Patrick, simple life hack. All right, Jar, got that one. C.A. Smith, SBU. Tigger. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tigger's a wonderful thing. Richard, Scanyon, NVDY. Isn't that NVIDIA? Dude, I don't do NVIDIA. Richard, I'm terribly sorry. Okay? NVDY. Yield Max, NVIDIA, ETF. It's a monthly. Richard, you should know better. You've been here for a while. I don't do monthlies. I just don't. And anything having to do with NVIDIA, no thank you. Okay, I've seen the numbers for NVIDIA. It's a $185 company. It pays a 1 penny dividend. The book value is $4.79. Yeah, no thank you. I'm sorry, dude. Okay? If the Supreme Court said you need to divest and you need to give all your investors their money back, guess what you're getting for your $185? $4.79. No thank you. Sorry, dude. And I don't do monthlies. You've been here long enough. You know that. Princess Shammy, how are you? Debbie, that's an interesting way of spelling Debbie. Adriano, One Secret to Success. That's a name. Or NVII. NVII. Dude, what? I don't do NVIDIA. Nothing NVIDIA. And this has no options. So no options means no thank you. Well, she is bouncing off the bottom. Look at this. Up here, she bounced. Now she's going up. If you like that, okay, and no options, no thank you. No echo on YouTube. Oh, wow. Okay, we got questions down here. What are your thoughts on Microsoft? Frank Furtis, what's happened? MSFT. Now, besides the Microsoft being a little pricey, you know, $465, okay, check this out. There's a top, she drops, now she's retracing. Let's go through the gambit really quickly. Are you ready? High, low, was, is, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That like almost a perfect setup right there. If you like Microsoft. Let's check out the numbers. You ready? So, our last 30 days. What's today? Today's the 25th. Here we go. Last 30 days. Check this out. 30-day high drops to 30-day low. 2 days to the upside. 1, 2. So if and only, for me, if and only if this thing opens up higher than 465.95, let's say 466 or higher, I'm jumping in because that's what I'm looking for. 30-day high, 30-day bottom, a bounce. It's dividend, I think it's a dividend aristocrats. They have more than 25 years of increased profits. So why the hell would you say no? Low power. All right. Okay, so let's take a look. So I like Microsoft. 465. They got the 465, and it's going for 13. Did you see that? The 465 is going for 13. 13. All right, let's check it out. Let's get rid of that. Let's go covered call. All right, somebody has the echo on here. Who is that? All right, 465 right here, right there. 465. I want to buy that right there. Now, if you're curious, all right, and if you're on your phone, your laptop, your iPad or whatever, this screen behind me, this screen here, that is being recorded live at this moment on YouTube. So you can, if you have the desire, to go to YouTube and to rewatch it. Okay, they're all labeled, they're all numbered, they're all dated, blah, 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 all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. So, here we go. I want to change that to just one contract so you get a better idea. Just one at the market because I don't want to wait. I don't. I'm an American. I want it. I want it now. I want my 1%. I really don't care. See, some people will pinch pennies, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a great idea. It really is. But it depends on how do you value your time. Okay? Do you value your time sitting in front of the computer looking for the best fill? Great. Good for you. What I'm looking for is a 1%. Now, if it's offering me more than 1%, I really don't care about the little pennies here and there. As long as it's a simple, safe, predictable 1% per week. And I like the company. So do I like Microsoft? Yeah, I do. Does it fit my criteria? Yeah, it does. It's a little pricey, but still fits. Here we go. You ready for these numbers? Buy one covered call Microsoft. 30 January. That's this coming Friday. the 465 call option for Microsoft. The profit 1,225. The investment 45 G's. Okay, this is a step up. This is not a $5 stock. This is not a $10 stock. This is a $465 stock, so it's going to be a little bit more. So if you're thinking of, like a vending machine, $3,000 or $4,000, well, yeah, great. Well, this vending machine is $45,000. Well, what rate of return is it giving us? Well, let's get the calculator. Same process, same mathematical equation. Take the profit divided by the investment, 45,275, and gives us a rate of return of 2.7. Huge difference from the stock from Verizon. Verizon, we only put in $3,000 or $4,000, and we're getting 2.1%. Well, this one we're putting in $45,000 and getting 2.7. So it's always going to come down to, do I like this company? Do I feel safe with this company? Is this where I want to put some of my hard-earned money? They're all valid questions. They all make total sense. But it is a question that you need to come up with. You need to ask that question yourself. All right, here we go, right here. And there you have it. Microsoft, 30 January. That's the call option for 30 January. It's this Friday. The 465. The current stock price is 465.72. So as long as the stock is above 465 come this Friday, I get to keep this profit, 12.25. Well, I do have to put some money up, 45,000, but it's still 2.7%. Now I know we all know our simple math. 1% every single week is over 50%. 2% every single week is over 100%. 2.7%, that's got to be a decent number. It really does, if it makes sense. Okay, let's get out of this. $2.7 for Microsoft. Yay! All right, let's get out of here. Back to where we were. Next. All right. I'm going to reboot on this one here, this TikTok one. All right. So sorry, guys, because the numbers just don't look quite right for this time of day. Yes, sir. Juan, can you check O Realty? Okay, Juan Chavez, O Realty is a monthly. I don't do monthlies. It's a no. The numbers are horrible. But, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying that I don't do it. And I gave you the reason why I don't do it. Okay, I don't do monthlies, plain and simple. And O Realty is one. Eric, how are you? Marvin Damiti, how are you today? Yadel T, good evening. Gayut, what is your stock selection? Gayut, we'll get to that one. Tay Byrne, how are you? C. Kells, all right. Tracy, Daniel. All right. What was the formula for that 1%? We'll get to that in a minute. No, yes, absolutely. Eric, we're going to take a look at Mara in a second. I'm going to reboot this one. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Going to reboot. And now, no internet connection. Try again. What? Why do I have no internet connection? Doing like an IRA. I don't know why it says no internet connection. Everything else is connected. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. All right. Next. What are we doing next? All right. Peter. Uh-oh. Peter wants, wait a minute. Last week's Delta Airlines and Dell did not get into your strike price. You keep the premium. What did you do with the stock? Sell another call, or did you roll the option? Peter, let's take a look at Delta Airlines and Dell. And we'll address that last week's scenario. Delta Airlines. Okay. Okay. Caden, I see that. Lucifer, how are you? Bama. Maria Rodriguez, Lucifer. My friends just call me Lucifer because I'm in need of some respect. This is one of my favorite songs. Delta Airlines, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down. What's going on right there? You said an issue last week. Well, let's take a look at the numbers last week. Okay. Right there. My assumption. This is just an assumption now, Peter. Correct me if I'm wrong. But last week, you had this high, you had this low, went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, fine. Let's take a look at this. Let's zoom in for the last couple of weeks. All righty. So, this is last week. This is the week before. Why would I have gotten into that, Peter? All right, let's back up a little bit. Kind of makes sense. Right about there. No. All right, Peter, I would seriously have to go double check that. Last week's DAL Dell did not get your strike price. Okay, it doesn't look that. I'm looking at the last week's information. Okay. I'm not seeing why I would have given out Delta Airlines last week. Seriously, look at it. Okay, last week we're right here. Okay, the pullback, that would have been, no, that just doesn't look right. Because I usually never buy at the high. Last week. All right, so we're taking last week out of the equation. Okay, Peter, look, we're taking last week out of the equation. This was last week. This is the week before. That's what we would have been looking at. Why would I have jumped into that? Now, if I pulled it up and put it on the board, that's one thing. If I said I bought some, that would be another thing. But as you can plainly see, I don't have any Delta Airlines. I don't even have any Dell. So I'm not 100% sure what we're talking about here. That's definitely not time to buy Delta Airlines. Big K, what's happening? Darren, Golf, Paulo, Noobism. Okay, Brad, Daniel Gonzalez, Thomas, good evening. All right, so I'm a little curious. Because I have no problem whatsoever showing my trades. But why would I have jumped into Delta Airlines last week? Okay? Down, up, down, up, down. It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, here's the thing. All right, so last week it ended up at 67.96. Okay, now I don't know what number you jumped in at, but last week it was between 68 and 71. All right. So this week's 68 to 71, 27, 52, 81, 120. Now, if you bought it for 70, well, the 70 is paying 52. Not quite a full 1%, but still not bad. It's more than 0.5%. I'll give you an example. All right, hypothetically speaking, because you're not telling me what number you jumped in at. All right, last week, 68 to 71. So let's say you got 70. All right, well, this week 70 is going for 52. So what does that look like? Clear. Okay, 52 divided by 70 bucks comes to a grand total of 0.75. So that's 3/4. 0.75% for 1 week. Well, let's multiply that by 52 because there's 52 weeks in a year. That's still 38% if you continue to get that price. So I don't know what price you jumped in at, and I don't remember saying something about Delta Airlines last week. Okay, it could have been 2 weeks ago, because this right here, that looks decent. Okay, the drop there, and then follow that. But this here doesn't look that good. Anyway, Dell, let's take a look at Dell, because you said Dell also. Okay, now Dell last week. That looked interesting. Okay. No, let's get there. Okay, this is last week for Dell. Okay, 30-day high, 30-day bottom, slowly going up, the 120s. Okay, now the 120 is not even on here. Okay, 120 last week. Had I jumped in earlier, I would have got it 118. Well, the 118 is going for 155. The 120s. Okay. The 120s are going for 112. Okay, but if I did jump in at 120 last week, I'd most likely sell 4 strikes out, which would be the 119, which is going for 131, which is still over 1%. So Dell still looks good this week, but I don't know where you jumped in. So, I don't know what to tell you, and I don't give recommendations. So I did not say to buy anything, because I never say to buy something. Now, I would say, I'll buy it. Okay, that's not a recommendation. So no, I don't give recommendations. You can check all my 1,500 videos. I don't say, you need to buy this. No. I don't do that because it does nothing but get me in trouble, and I prefer not to. All right, where are we? What else we got? Vino, no echo, thank you. Okay, yeah, up, down says roll it and wait for tomorrow's open, see what the price is. Yep. What did you get, Dell? Waco. Waco likes CCL, Carnival Cruise Line, and TSCO, which is Tractor Supply. All right, so let's get rid of this. We're going to take a little break, sit down, and see what kind of questions we can answer. Wacolda wants to get Carnival Cruise Line. CCL. Interesting. Now, the way I say interesting, because of this right here. Here's the top, here's the bottom, here's where it was, here's where it is. Down, up, down, up, down, up. What's happening there? Whatever's happening there gets my interest. So let's zoom into that. Okay. Here's the high. She drops. She goes up. 1, 2. We pulled back on Friday. Kind of makes me a little leery. But what's going to happen on Monday? Monday's she's going to have to be at 29 or higher for it to be a good idea. Because she bottomed out last Tuesday. Wednesday was higher. Thursday was higher. Friday had a little bit of a pullback, but it was still an up day. So I don't know if you like Carnival Cruise Line in that manner. All right, next, TSCO, Tractor Supply. Ooh, unfortunately, you missed the boat on that one. Take a quick gander. Okay, 30-day high, a 30-day bottom. She drops, finds the bottom, shoots up, pulls back, then she shoots up. Look at this, from 50 to 55. Okay, here's the bottom right here. Don't pay attention to this one. This is the original bottom. She shot up, pulled back. Here's the new bottom right there. From right here, $50, she shoots up to 55. That's a 10% jump. Do you really think if you jump in? See, I don't buy anything at the 30-day high. No, don't get me wrong. I like Tractor Supply, and I do like Carnival Cruise Line. All right. So, Peter, you did jump into Dell at 120. Well, I just showed you Dell at 120. Okay. So, here we are here. 140 drops down to 110. Now she jumped up. Almost hits 120 on Thursday. Friday pulled back a little bit, but look at the 120s paying. Okay. Okay, the 120, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strikes out of the money. 6. strikes out of the money and it's still paying 112. Now, me personally, I'm not telling you to do this. I go 3 to 4 strikes out of the money. So 118 was what I would be doing. If it was me, if it was me, I would be doing the 118s. It's 4 strikes out of the money and it's paying 155, which is well over 1%. All right, what's next? What's next? What do we have here? 60, that's a better number. Let's keep on going. What do we have? All right, people just joining. All right, Rob, Kahi, Truth Social, Rutilla, The Tayburn, Connie Wooten, how are you? Karaham Shah, okay. Paolo, Golf MJ, Darren, Travel Cats, Big K, Nubizan, Brad, Daniel, Tony, Douglas wants to take a look at CCJ. What the heck is CCJ? Never a good thing when I say, what the heck is that? CCJ. Cameo Corporation. Hell no. Hell no. Dude, when I say never buy something you do not understand or you do not want to own, I don't care what it is. I don't want to own anything at the high. Nope, I don't want to buy at the high. It just makes no sense to me. All right, Nicole wants to take a look at CrowdStrike, CRWD. Okay, if you like it, I'm not saying that I like it, and I'm not saying it's a tip. Nicole, okay, it's currently at 452. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's down, up, down, up, down, up. So what's happening right here? 452, the 452s are going for $9. That's more than 2%. If you like CrowdStrike. I have no idea who they are and I have no idea what they do. So it's not something that I'm looking at. So let's take a look. The last 30 days, what has this thing been doing? Well, that doesn't look too bad, does it? 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Okay, down, up, down, right there, shooting up, 1, 2, 2 days to the upside, right there, Thursday and Friday, if you like this company. Well, great. Well, right now, 452 is going for that. So let's see what that looks like. Get rid of that. Change this to covered stock, the 452s right there, one contract. At the market, here's Johnny. Buy one covered call CrowdStrike, 30 January 26. The 452.50 call option, that's selling the right, not the obligation. That means they can buy it if they want to. They don't have to if they don't want to. Profit, 955. The investment, 44 G's. This is almost like Microsoft. I'd take Microsoft over this one because I have no idea who they are. Calculator. Profit, 955. We're going to divide it by the investment required. 44,289 gives me a grand total of 2.15. 2.15. Not bad. If you like this company, if it makes sense. It's a choice that only you can make. You have to decide, does it make sense? Is this a company where I want to put my money in? And then decide what you want to do next. A covered call, it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable. So let's save this one right there. And let's zoom in and see what it looks like. Let's zoom in. Zoom. We're going to zoom. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Whoa, nice and big. Buy one covered call, CrowdStrike, CRWD, 30 January. the 452.50 call option. The stock right now is at 451. Okay? So 961 is the profit, 44 G's is the investment. It's a 2.15% for 1 week. You got to do some total rethinking. Weekly returns, not monthly, not annually, not quarterly, weekly. 2.15. Does it make sense? Do you like CrowdStrike? Is this something you can see yourself putting your money into? Okay, so remember the rules. Rule 1, never buy something you do not want to hold on to. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. And yes, this is a game. It has adult responsibilities. It has adult consequences. You could lose money. You could make money. So what are we looking for? Well, what I'm looking for is simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. But that's not what I'm saying. You could get 1% every week, depending. Do I like the company? Does it make sense? Is it something I want to hold on to? That's it. Those are the only criteria. Do I like the company? Do I want to hold on to it? And a covered call. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Here's the thing. It's one of the easiest strategies. It's one of the safest strategies. In fact, it is so safe the federal government allows you to do a covered call in your IRA. There are certain trades you cannot do, but you can do a covered call. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable. I know exactly what I'm going to make, and I know exactly what I'm going to put in. Does the stock have to move? No, it doesn't have to move at all. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to move in order for me to get the profit that I'm looking for. But worst case scenario, if the stock drops, are they going to increase their dividends consistently? That's why I like dividend stocks, specifically those companies that have consistently increased their profits for at least 2 decades. Now, 2 decades is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. Because the grand scheme of things, the stock market's been around for 400 years. 1602 was the first dividend stock. Let's pick something else. What else we got? ABAT. ABAT. That sounds familiar. ABAT. ABAT. Give me a second. ABAT. Drawing a blank. ABAT. American Battery. I would never have guessed that one. Okay. Interesting. Let's take a gander. Whoops. Hold on. I'm going to save this one. Come on. No, I hate it when it does that. It does it to me once or twice a night. All right. Give it a second. That'll pop back up again. So, ABAT, American Battery Tech. No idea who they are. And it does not look very promising. The reason why I say it doesn't look very promising this was 1 point, I forget, no, 2 point. What was this one? 2.15. Okay. 2.1. All right. I can do that one. Okay, so ABAT, American Battery. I'm not 100% happy with this one. Do you know why? Here's the thing. You see, a year ago, we're at $1. Okay, look at the chart. Okay, the high, the low, $1 a year ago. Explain to me in a manner in which I'll understand. If this thing was $1 a year ago, how can it possibly have 2 decades? 20. How can it have 2 decades of consistent profits? I can't see it. Okay, Douglas, we're looking at CCJ. What else do we have? Ooh, QBTS. Douglas, what the hell is QBTS? That sounds familiar. Uh-oh. There we go. It's right there. QBTS. QBTS. D-Wave Quantum. Okay. Now, I do have a couple of simple rules. Okay? Now, when I say never buy something you don't know and you don't understand, Douglas, if you don't know it, you don't understand it, don't buy it. How can something that was $1 last year, how can it possibly have 20 years of increased profits? I'm writing without a heavy heart. Okay, not quite sure what that means, but all right. Okay, Douglas, do you see what I mean? Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Sideways, up, down, up, down. It was at 46. It went from what was that, $4 up to 45. That doesn't happen all the time. When I say simple, safe, predictable, consistent, well, this is not predictable and it's not consistent. Nothing goes from 5 to 45 and stays there. It shoots up, pulls back, and settles on somewhere in the middle. Okay, I want consistency. This doesn't have it, especially with a big move like that. And with premiums like this, okay, the $25 one going for 133, that's over 4%. Something ain't stirring the Kool-Aid. Nobody gives 4% unless there's something about it. Because think about it, 4% on a weekly basis. That's over 200% by the end of the year, if you like QBTS, which I have no idea who the heck they are. Let's see if Yahoo Finance is actually working tonight. Okay, let's go to historical data. Okay, historical data. And we want to put in QBTS and see how consistently this company has been profitable, if it has. Come on. Gonna give it a little while to load up. Oh no, my tea's gone. All right, that's not working, so we're going to wait for that one. We'll just go to the next one. All right, the last 30 days. Okay, here's the last 30 days. Down, up, down, up, down. Nope, nope, sorry, it's a nope. QUBT, QUBT. Quantum computing, new technology. Yeah, no thank you. Same thing. $4 jumps up to 26. Now we're down to 11, going sideways for a bit. Look at the premiums, 11.50, 56. That's over 5%. Think about it. It's a new company, new technology. It can't possibly have 2 decades of profits. Douglas, I'm sorry. I mean, you may like it. The numbers look good, but it's not a gamble I want to take. I'm 61 years old. Wait, no, holy cow, I'm 62. I just turned 62. Anyway, it's not a gamble I want to take, at least not with my money. But anyway, what else do we have? Grab my chair. Let's get comfy cozy. Comfy cozy. All right, what else do we have here? Nubis, bully. What the heck is Nubis? N-B-I-S. Nubius Group. Okay, I'm going to say no to this one because it's actually dropping. See that right there? When I say you should always understand what you're looking at. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Think about it. If you bought this, if you've already bought this, 82 to 110. 82 to 110, that's $22. $22 increase from an $82 stock. That is close to a 25% increase. Yeah, there's going to be profit taken when it's done, maybe. Not this week. Wait for the bottom. The bottom will show up and it'll turn around and go back up again. All right, what else do we have? What else do we have? All right. Sorpimon. All right. Sorpimoni. Okay, Sorpimoni. Nicole Austin. Oh, Augustin. What do you do cash secured puts? Okay, that you do know that makes no sense, right? What do you do cash secured put? No, do you do cash secured put? That's a question. Why would you do a cash secured? That's a question. What you do cash secured put? That makes no sense. Sorry, Augustine. But yeah, I do them, but I don't teach them here. Okay, so I only give away one trading strategy. That's it. Okay, we're all adults. We know how it works. You know, I've written books. You know, that I have all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I do have a morning trading group, and it is a paid group. So here we go. Bully Pepsi. Ooh, Dividend King. If you didn't know, Dividend King. All right. Don't get me wrong. I like Pepsi, but not this week. Bully. Not for me anyway. The top is here. Bottom's here. It was where it is. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's actually coming down right there. So let's zoom in a little bit. See what's happening in the last 30 days. What do you think? 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Down, up, down. Okay? People take profits when profits are there to be taken. The bottom is here, 136. It jumped up to 148. That's $12. That's a 30% increase. Bully, check it out. 136. Oh, wait a minute, that's not 30%. No. Sorry, that's not 30%. 136 to 148, and then she pulls back. It's still a $12 increase. And $12 on a $130 stock, just below 10%. Sorry. So not this week. If you like it, give it some time to continue dropping. Once she drops, finds the bottom, turns around, just like this. Okay, found the bottom, turn around, went up. Now she's going to come down again, turn around, go back up again. It's all cycles. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So Pepsi, I'm going to put Pepsi on the list for next week. Not tomorrow, but next week. Because I got a suspicion that baby's going to be somewhere around here by the end of the week. And then she'll turn around for next week. Maybe. El Crypto Padrino. ODLFL. What the heck is ODFL? ODFL. Old Dominion Freight. No. Sorry, El Crypto. I don't do monthly options. It just doesn't work for me. The numbers just, no thank you. Emily, George LaSala, good evening. Oh, Steve Dreischer, DHR. What the heck is DHR? DHR. Danaher? Interesting. I'm going to say no only because she's going up, 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 and there's a pullback right there. Okay, the high was Thursday. The bottom was 30 days ago. Shoots up, now it's time to come back down again. Watch the chart. The chart will tell you everything you need to know. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's coming down at the moment. Wait for it to find the bottom, turn around, go back up, if you really like it. Lucito Cava. What's happening with Cava? Interesting. Take a look. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Down, whoops. Down, sideways, down, up, down. What's going on here? Okay, 30-day bottom. 30-day top, profit taking, wait for it to find the bottom. If you really like Kava, it's a waiting game. Don't be in such of a hurry to make money. It goes up, it goes down. That's basically all they do. What do we have over here? Gun dog retrievers. Do you ever roll over an option? Every single week. K-Burr, Leo, Faceless, good evening. AK Trading, Nicole, good evening. Harriet, how are you? Nicole, what is the function or benefit of creating a cryptocurrency? I don't trust the government because they're being The US dollars you have in your bank, the US dollars you have in wherever you have them, they're all being converted to digital currency. Okay? Digital currency. Do you understand what that means? That means you have a couple of $1,000 in the bank, and someone in the government can go clickety, 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 and all your money's either tied up, gone, or disintegrating, one or the other. Okay, Canada did it to the truck drivers. Oh, you want to protest? Fine. Yeah, do what you want. Clickety, clickety, froze their money. They couldn't access any of their money. Yeah, same thing's going to happen here in the U.S. It's already in motion. You got no choice in the matter. It's not in your control. So yeah, I'm creating my own cryptocurrency. So if and when the government decides to freeze my money, well, I have my crypto and I just go elsewhere, get Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, or whatever. Because we are not the only game in town. Now, is in the US dollars, yeah, we're the only game in town with US dollars because it's our money. Ours collectively. It's not really ours, we got to pay to use it. Think of that. We got to pay to use our own money. Isn't that weird? So I'm creating my own cryptocurrency so that I don't have that issue. All right. Don't. Layla, BHVN. Layla, what is that? BHVN. Biohaven. Hell no. Sorry, Layla. I don't do monthlies. They're just not profitable for me. Sorry. AV, QBTS. What the heck? Didn't we just look at QBTS? We did. Tato. Okay. Raul. Wait a minute. APP. App loving. Never heard of it. Oh, Younger Bud Hobby. Oh, actually has the best monthly main stock too. I'm going to disagree with you. Okay? And that's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay for us to disagree with each other. I don't do monthlies. They're just not worth it. They're hard to track. They're hard to estimate. And the numbers just don't work. For me. You like it, you do it. No. That's it. No. All right, what are we looking at? APP. Okay. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's actually still dropping. So why are we looking at it? Look at the last 30 days. Here's your top. She dropped. Retraced. Drops again. It's going to keep dropping until it's done. If you like this company. I have no idea who they are, so it's just a no for me. RDW. Okay. RDW. Redwire Corporation. Interesting. I'm going to say no. Only reason I'm saying no this week, check a look at this. Okay. It went from $5 to $13. 5 to 13 is $8. That's over a 100% increase. Now you want to jump on that call and you help yourself. I don't buy at the high. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Lando, what do you think about HAL, Halliburton? HAL. No, don't get me wrong. I've bought Halliburton many times, but it's at the high of the year. I don't buy anything at the high of the year, Lando. I thought I was pretty forward with that one. All right, what else do we have over here? What do we see? Philly Mike, CRML. Critical Metals Corporation. Interesting. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, Mike. Sorry. Is it $1 a year ago? Shoots up to 32, sinks back up. How would you feel at 32? No, don't get me wrong. If you bought it $1 back in June, and she jumped up to 32, that's great. But 32, then she dropped back to $7. Okay, now we're at 20. I don't buy anything at the high. The last 30 days. Okay, check it out. Last 30 days. We're here at $7. Now we're at 20.60, something like that. Conservative. Thank you there, Just Say Cheese. All right. Hey, James, can we check Ford? Skip, I love Ford. I do. Interesting. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up. What's going on here? It doesn't really look, I'm going to say no to Ford. Okay? No, don't get me wrong. I actually love Ford, but the reason I'm saying no to Ford, Skip, is look at this. Get the highs there, now it's pulling back. 13.55. Okay? It's paying great. But when it drops, one strike out of the money, less than 0.5%. Two strikes out of the money, not even worth it. So it's not enough. Hey, Matthew, thank you for that. It's not even worth jumping into it. Frederick Peterson. Lone Lariton. Oh. I1 Lariton. Okay. Kenneth, evening, Kenneth. Frederick wants to take a look at BNAI. What is that? BNAI. Brand Engagement Net. Hell no. No options. Okay? No options, no thank you. And then look at this craziness. It was $1 and it shot up to 18. That's not predictable. That's not consistent. Okay, I like consistency. I like predictability. I like profitability. I like safety. This sideways, drop like a rock, shoot up like a rocket. Yeah, that doesn't happen all the time. Unless it is predictable, unless it does it consistently, no thank you. It just doesn't make sense for me. You're looking to hit a home run. You're definitely in the wrong place. I'm looking for safety. What else do we have? Javid McLean, Eric. Thoughts on Intel for next week? INTC. Wow, we're running out of time real quick. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually have some Intel, and it's almost time for me to get rid of it. Look at your bottom here, and it shoots up. Now it's pulling back. Yeah, that's my thought. My thought is you should have got rid of this last week. Okay, 30 days ago, we're in a 35, shoots up to 54, and a big gap down. There's a funny thing about the stock market. When the stock shoots up, you don't take your profits. Don't be surprised if the market maker takes it away from you. It was at 54 on Thursday, Friday at 45. You lost $9 overnight because you didn't sell. It's not a profit until you take it. And nobody ever went broke taking profits. All right, Eric. Marky Mark, Nokia. Somebody brought up Nokia last week. Interesting. Ooh, really interesting. Okay. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up. Okay. 677. The 650s are going for 40 cents. The 7s are going for 18. That's more than 2%. Well, let's take a closer look. Okay, kind of interesting. There's the high, here's the low. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Here's a new bottom right there. 1 day, 2 days, maybe, but I'm going to say no. Okay, now the reason why I'm saying to know this one, Marky Mark, is because you get your bottom here on Wednesday. Gaps up on Thursday. Gaps up again on Friday. You get 2 gap ups in a row. Usually when you get a gap up, you're going to have a pullback. Usually. I like safety, and that does not make me feel safe. Philly Mike, dividends aside, what are your thoughts on Carmel? CRML. I don't buy anything at the high, dude. Okay? Dividends aside, not even thinking about the dividends, Philly Mike. Your bottom is here at the beginning of January, $7. Jumps up to 21. 7 to 21, that's a 200% increase. Do you honestly think it's going to keep 200%? Do you think it's going to stay there? Or do you think it's going to pull back? That's not even looking at I didn't even look at the numbers. The numbers set aside. The first thing I look at always is the 1-year chart. The 1-year chart will tell me everything I want to know if it makes sense to even look at it. Okay? So, Mike, take a look. The high of the year, the low of the year. Okay? All that set aside. High of the year, low of the year. Where was it? Where is it? Down, sideways. Up like a rocket, down like a rock. Now she's going back up. That right there, that's where we are right now. You zoom into that. That, my friends, is a 200% increase. It's not a profit until you take it. And when people start taking profits, this bad boy is going to drop. So whether you like the company or not, that's a you thing. Okay, me, I won't do something like that because it's not predictable, it's not consistent. That thing's erratic, and I don't do erratic stocks. It doesn't make sense to me because I'm in a different position in my life. I'm retired, which means I got to pay it safe. So safe is not erratic. I don't do erratic stocks. Sorry. Nick, how about FTI? Never even heard of it. FTI. I can't even read that name. Hell no. Sorry. No options. No thank you. Sorry, Nick. Holy cow. 99 messages. Disaster. Biz whips. Uh-oh. I missed all these questions. Eric, let's take a look at Mara, because I actually have some of that one. M-A-R-A. Okay. First thing I want to see. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, down, up, down. Okay, what's going on right there? I want to know what's going on now. The last couple of weeks. Where is it going? What's it doing? 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Drops, shoots up, drops again. This baby's coming back down. When it's done coming down, wait for it to be done, go back up. Pinto, which name is your highest conviction focus tomorrow? Don't have one. Okay? See, when we're done here tonight, okay, which should be in about 20 minutes, then I go in and create the list that we're doing tomorrow. And those are the dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, anything on Warren Buffett's list that fits the criteria in which I'm looking for. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, as soon as we're done here, I will go in and see what is on the list for tomorrow, and then people on the email list will get that first thing. Well, we'll get that before midnight tonight. What are some beginner dividend stocks? Girl Gone Rogue. Well, here you go. Girl Gone Rogue. Are you ready? Dividend kings. Dividend aristocrats. Dividend champions. Dividend contenders. Anything on Warren Buffett's list. Take a look at those 5 lists. That'll give you about 300 companies to search through. You take a look at those 300 companies and you say, well, I like this one. I don't like this one. I have no idea what these people are doing. If you don't know it, if you don't understand it, if you can't feel comfortable putting your hard money into a company for the long term, don't do it. Okay, yeah, I know we're playing a game. We're buying something and then we're turning around and reselling it if it hits my target. They don't always hit my target. Sometimes I have to hold on to something. Let me get my chair and answer some questions. We're running out of time. Netflix, Gayut, and FLX. Oh, bouncing off the bottom. Now, you've heard it all the time. Buy low, sell high. Well, guess what? Netflix, bottom of the year was a couple of days ago. Right there, bottom of the year. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, bottoms out, shoots up. There's the top. Up, here's the bottom. Right there. So what's happening next? Okay, drop. Now, we bottomed out on Wednesday. Thursday was higher. Friday was higher. So if this is like a perfect setup, bottom on Wednesday, 2 days up, third day would be tomorrow if and only if we are above 86.12. And yes, I am writing that one down. And no, that is not a tip. No, that is not a suggestion. That is a observation. Somebody wanted me to take a look. I took a look. Great. So here's the bottom right here, 86. The 86 is going for 147, just a little bit below 2%. Well, let's check it out. All right, let's get out of that. Let's change this to covered stock. It's currently at 86.30, so I want to do the 86s right there. Yes, this is all recorded so you can watch it later on. Okay, Colin, thank you for that, Colin. Let's go. We want just one contract right there at the market. There it is. And here's Johnny. Buy one covered call. Netflix. Expiration date 30 January. That's this coming Friday. The $86 call option against the stock. Netflix. If you like Netflix, that means you buy the stock first. You turn around, sell somebody the rights to buy it from you for almost the exact same price you paid for it, and you walk away with the premium, $123. But you got to put up $8,500. Well, think about it this way. Okay, you can do whatever you want. You can think whatever you want. It's your thinking that creates your life. If you're thinking you're buying stocks and they're risky, they go up, they go down, you can lose. Think of creating a weekly cash flowing asset. Is the company you're investing in, Netflix, do you think it's going to be around this week, next week, the week after? Do you think it might hit your target? Well, jump in if you like it. Okay? Currently, the price right now, $86.29. So if I buy it tomorrow morning, $86.29, and I sell the 86 strike price. Now you might be asking yourself, why are you selling it for less than what you're paying for it? Because it's safer. Think about it. If I buy it for $86.29 and I sell it for 86, the premium that I collect makes up for the amount that I'm losing. So the premium, wait a minute, I'm going to save this one because this one looks like it's going to be a winner. 123.84. So let's get the calculator out first. Okay, profit 123 divided by the investment. What am I putting up? 84.77 comes to a grand total of 1.45. It's like 1.5% for 1 week. For an addiction that we Americans have a hard time dragging ourselves away from. I have Netflix. I watch Netflix, so I'm just as guilty as everybody else. But you know what? I like Netflix. I don't mind watching it because I just wish they had, all the movies available, not just some. All right, let's save this one. Netflix. Boom, 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 boom. Where is it? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Now touch me, baby. Can't you see that I am... There we go, right there. Buy one covered call, Netflix. The expiration date, 30 January. That's this coming Friday. The strike price, $86. Well, the purchase price is $86.24. So I'm buying it at $86.24 and I'm selling it at $86 and I'm still walking away with 1.4% for 1 week. Think about it. All right, stocks do three things. Actually, they only do two things, but hear me out. They either can go up or then they go down. Or they go absolutely nowhere. Up, down, nowhere. That's it. So think of this trade for a second. If I buy it at if I buy it at 86.24, I sell it at 86, and I walk away with a profit selling it less than I paid for it. How can that possibly make sense? And it's 1.4% return for 1 week. Because the person who wants to buy that option from me for the right, not the obligation, for the right to buy it from me for less than what I paid for it, they're going to pay me a premium. And that premium offsets the loss that I take. So even though I sell it for less than I just paid for it, I'm still walking away with 1.45% profit for 1 week. And then when Thursday or Friday come along, I'll take a look. Well, does it make sense to let it go, or should I push it into next week? That's a whole different story. That's called rolling forward. Well, that's not part of the education here. The education is, does it make sense? Do I like the company? Am I okay holding on to it? You either like it or you don't. But think about it. And it's not just you. It's your neighbors, your friends, your relatives, the guys down the street, the guys two or three towns over. How many people watch Netflix? And how many people pay for Netflix on a monthly basis? I know I do. I know my kids do. Okay? Okay, that right there, that's about 8. Okay, between myself, my kids, and all the people attached to my little, my little bubble of influence. So, do you like the company? Do you think it's a good investment for you? It's bouncing off of a year bottom. It dropped. It found the bottom on Wednesday. Thursday was higher. Friday was higher. Now for me, if tomorrow she opens up higher, yeah, I'm jumping in, but that's me. And no, it's not a tip. No, it's not advice. It's an observation. Oh, I already have it written down. Anyway. Oh no. All right. 1.4. Gotta love it. Next. Come on. There we go. What are we doing next? All right, it's 10 minutes of no more stocks. We're just going to answer questions, all right? Hey, you want to look at some more stocks? Be back here tomorrow night. For now, we're just going to answer questions, whatever questions you guys got. So, DKNG. Isn't that DraftKings? Sav, why do you want to look at DraftKings? You know this, they haven't been around long enough. But we'll take a look at it just for you. All right, you ready, Sav? DKNG. DKNG. DraftKings. Oh, come on, Sav. You know better than that. Look at 30-day high was a couple of weeks ago. Now we're at a 30-day bottom. 30-day bottom, Sav. If you like it, give it a couple of days. It might turn around tomorrow. It might turn around Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So write it down in your book. We'll take a look at it tomorrow, the next day after the market opens, see what happens tomorrow. See if we can find the bottom, if you like it. Because the $30 option is going for 77, which is what, 2.5%? That works. All right, Sav, we'll keep an eye on that one. All right, so what other questions do we have? All right, I have Dell enrolled it this week. I rolled my Dell also. Peter, okay, I got Dell in December at 127 and let it expire every week. Then I sell a call lower than my cost basis and watch it closely in case it rises and I can roll it back. Hey, that just makes sense. Verizon has earnings this week. Okay, now I've seen earnings that are positive where stocks go down. And the flip side, I've seen earnings that are negative and the stocks go up. So I really don't pay attention to earnings. What I pay attention to is the company profitable? Do they have weekly options? Am I okay buying it, holding it? And that's that question you have to answer yourself. You either like the company enough to buy it, regardless of what the news is. Okay, because the news is one thing, but reality is something totally different. I'm not quite sure if you know that. I try not to watch the news. I never. Human, your other brother, your sister. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's go back here. Can you add me to the email list? Matthew, drop me your number. I'll give you a buzz. We'll talk about it. T.A. Michael, we did BNAI. Colin, we'll take a look at Target tomorrow. All righty. Let's keep on going. Michael, how are you doing? Sam Avatelli is GLD. Isn't that gold? GLD, GLD. Oh, Spider Gold Share ETF. Yeah, I don't buy anything at the high, brother. You have fun with that one. Yep, already did that one. Yep. Okay. Human, you got a question. Yeah. All righty. We already looked at GLD. We already did that. Okay, so over here, Netflix. We already did Netflix. Why so far out of the money again? Madeline, Madeline, every position I look at every single day, same questions. It's all, see, the way I trade, Madeline, it's always A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Okay? It's always the same. Same companies, the same stocks, same strike prices over and over and over. Steve, we already did Microsoft earlier. So, Madeline, why so far out of the money? Well, what did I buy it for? What did I sell against it? What did I collect? Where is it at now? Where does it look like it's going? And what is a safe opportunity? Okay? Always the same questions. What did I buy it for? What did I sell? Where's it at? Where's it going? Blah, 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 blah. Steve, good or bad? Microsoft? Microsoft came out really good today, but it's not a tip, Steve. It's not a tip. It's not a recommendation. It just looked good for what we saw tonight. That's all I'm going to say. Now, the class tonight is being recorded, so you can go to YouTube and rewatch it if you want to see what Microsoft looked like. So, Madeline, hopefully that answered the question. Miss Christie, how are you? All right, let's go. Fine gamer. Alejandro, ¿qué pasa, amigo? Crypto-wise, cool beans. Oh, I bought some last week. Cool beans. But remember, Steve, it's not a profit until you take it. It's not a loss until you accept it. SCHD, Moses, hell no. Moses, go in with any website you want. Take a look at all the dividends that SCHD has paid out since the beginning. And then you let me know, is that increasing or is that decreasing? Or is it all over the place? Tholox81, good evening, and how are you, bug? Moses, what do you recommend, brother? I recommend education, Moses. Okay, that's my that's my recommendation. Education and paper trading. How do you sell the option right after buying the covered call? Okay, Adam, the covered call is buying the stock, selling the option. It's all one. You're doing two things at once. You're buying the stock first and then you're selling. You don't have to do anything. The covered call is already there. Okay? It's not a buy right where you buy the stock and then turn around and sell the option. A covered call is buy the stock, sell the option. All in one trade. Buy the stock, sell the option. Does that make sense, Adam? I prefer to buy the shares first, then sell the call option, which is essentially this covered call. Basically, Steve, I'm up on SCHD, bought it 4 months ago. Good for you, Mr. Steve. I took a look at SCHD almost once a week. Okay, take a look at the profits. How consistently profitable are they? They're not. So that's why I don't buy SCHD, because they're not consistently profitable. There are too many other companies that are consistently profitable. So why would I buy something that doesn't fit? Jana, good evening. Niz Richie, Gayut, how many we select so far? I think we got 4 so far. Verizon, Microsoft, what else? Okay. Hold tight. We'll take a look at it. Bruno, what's happening? Eric, we already looked at Mara. SB 1981. Heinz Ketchup. We'll take a look at that tomorrow. We got 3 minutes left. Machi. Melissa. User not available. Interesting name. Okay. Manny. SLV. That's silver. Yeah. Steve. Oh, Realty. Hell no. Dude, the same thing. Take a look at the profitability of O Realty. Okay, are they consistently increasing? Or are they all over the place? Besides, O Realty is a monthly. Okay, 81, we did that last week. Moses, QQQI, hell no. 86 is in the house. What's happening, brother? AV, Cousin Astra, thank you. Mosa. WDC, guess we'll look at it tomorrow. Mr. Action, good evening. Have a great night, you two. Colin. Dusty, trying a bull call spread. I love bull call spreads. Moses, same thing. JEPI, go check the profitability and 2 decades. JPI has not been there. So you shut down QQQ, absolutely. SCHE, absolutely. And some others. Then what do you like? Paul, I like the Dividend Kings. Okay, QQQ is not on there. SCHD not on there. I like the Dividend Aristocrats. Those companies aren't on there. I like the Dividend Champions. Those companies aren't on there. I like Starbucks. That's on there. Okay, I like anything on Warren Buffett's list. Those aren't. Okay, I like Dividend Contenders. Those aren't on that list either. Well, I'm looking for Paul. Okay, there's over 10,800 different companies. We checked last week. We haven't checked this week. 10,800 companies. Only about 300 are consistently profitable for more than 20 years. That's 2 decades. Those are the only ones that I personally like. ALB, Abelmall, that's on my list. Starbucks is on the list. Eric, TSLL, we'll look at it tomorrow. Snay Money, JB80. Crypto Engineer, good evening. Chappie and Perlita. Moses, VMY, never heard of it. Oh, VYM. Vanguard, oh, hell no. I don't do monthlies, Moses. I picked up Starbucks Cat good price 6 months ago. Steve, if you bought them 6 months ago, why do you still have them? I bought Starbucks and Caterpillar 6 months ago. I got my profits, got the hell out. They go up, take your profits and run. When it comes back down again, then jump back in again. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I did. I bought Starbucks, it went up, I took my profits, and I said, great, I'll take a look on it. SBUX. Dude, take a look at Starbucks. Are you kidding me? Really? Steve, okay. A month ago, we're at 84. Now it's at 97. It ain't a profit until you take it. Okay? And don't think it's going to keep going up, 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 up. It just doesn't do that. Okay? Look. It goes up, it comes down. Up, down, 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 up, down. I can do this all day long. That's all stocks do. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. Okay, this bad boy went up. What do you think is going to happen next, Steve? Think about it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just asking you a serious question. It was at 76, now it's at 97. That's 20 bucks. 20 bucks on a $70 stock. Dude, you're up 30%. Yeah, guess what? Wonderful. Yay, good for you. But it ain't a profit, Steve, until you take it. Just keep that in mind, Steve. When that baby drops, and it will, okay? I buy something and it goes up 5%, I'm out. I don't hold on to anything. But you know what? You do what works for you. All right. Gossipy, how are you today? Brandy, I see you there. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. I love that, 86. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. It's in my Roth. I don't care if it was in your Tooth Fairy money. If it goes up, you take the profit, don't take the profit. It's totally up to you. Harden, Mickey D's, Mary Kay. Now, Mary Kay, I can't tell you one way or the other if that's a good idea. That's a thing that you got to do. Alexander, please explain how to play covered call. Alexander is pretty simple, and literally hundreds of videos explain exactly that. What other platforms you stream on? Adrian, I got 3 channels on YouTube, 2 channels on TikTok. What's this one? Twitter, Zoom, Rumble, LinkedIn, and there's another one. All right, Adrian, you got that one? How do you play it? It's simple, Alex. There's literally hundreds of videos explaining a covered call. You buy a good quality company that you like. You turn around and then you sell somebody the rights to buy it from you at a certain price by a certain date. And you actually have to be approved for that type of trading. You actually have to ask your broker, say, hey, I want to do option trading. I want to do covered calls. It's the simplest and easiest trading strategy involving options. Can you beat Pelosi? I beat Pelosi every single year, my dear, and I don't cheat. Bum, 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 bum. Claudia, Skrilla. Uh-oh, what was that? Eric, got that one, that one, that one. Cora, Gayu, Tony, I am, Tony. Right, Terry. All right. Okay, so basically I am done. I answered. Oh, wait a minute. We got some more questions down here on YouTube. Chino, how are you? What? All right. Uh-oh. Abiancestra. Okay. Me when I'm stuck in a penny stock and can't sell it till market is open. Good for you. Oh, should stay away from penny stocks. I can't tell you that one. Can I buy and sell off Bollinger Bands and be profitable? I can't tell you that one either. I don't use that. VIG. Isn't that, Moses, isn't that what you got to pay the mafia when you borrow money from the VIG? Anyway, power. Okay, got that one. Short Microsoft. I didn't say that. Vino. Whether the stock goes above or goes below the strike price, you still get to keep the premium. Absolutely. Thank you there, up, down. You always keep the premium no matter what. Absolutely. If the stock finishes above the strike price at the end of the week, you're called out of the shares. Yep, I don't see a problem with that. You make your profit, you move on. If the stock closes below the stock price at the end of the week, you either roll it into the next week, absolutely, depending on where the price and sell, blah, 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 absolutely. What is the best broker for long-term trading? I'm planning to move from crypto to stocks. You should, now I'm not going to suggest you move from crypto to stocks. I'm suggesting you find a balance. Okay? What if the stock doesn't reach the strike price by the end of the week? Okay, Adam, never buy something you don't want to hold on to. That's the key to the whole thing. Find a good quality company that you like and you don't mind holding on to it. Okay, you're going to buy a company, great, hold on for the rest of your life. If you can get a weekly option on it, awesome, it's extra money. If it hits your target, well, extra money and a profit. How can you go wrong? Mary Kay, do you believe in longs? Do you mean buying it and just holding on to it for a long period of time? No, I don't. Not unless it can pay me 1% every single week, after week, after week, after week, consistently. I haven't think. Yeah. Did you like that one, Mary? Sorry. John Warner, just tuning in. Have you looked at AbbVie? No, not today. We'll look at it tomorrow. Ooh, I like Lowe's too, tomorrow. If the stock doesn't reach the strike price at the end of the week, you have to hold it. Yep, absolutely. What are your top 5 holdings right now? Right now, my top 5. Well, in this particular count, it would be Advanced Auto Parts, Harley Davidson, Mara, Oracle, Kohl's, Hymns. What else? Okay, done there, done there, done there. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Have to drop. Good night. Vino, have a nice night. Peter, they were both 20s. Okay. Thanks, you got it. Okay, I did well on silver too tonight, but he is trading dividend ones. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Patrick. I love the idea of silver. Silver should hit somewhere in the 300s if you want to hold on to it. I bought some silver. I'm just going to hold on to it until it hits the 300s. Peter, no recommendations. They were just your observations. No worries. Just wondering what you would do to move forward. What I do, Peter, is I always look at what did I buy it for? What is the current trend? Meaning, where does it look like it's going? The chart will tell you everything. Where does it look like it's going? Okay? What strike price was going to give me some cash flow and still be safe so I don't lose any money? I'm buying real metals and cash, not just paper. Good idea. PLTR, hell no. Okay, one secret to success. Okay, PLTR is not consistently profitable. I don't even think they have dividends. Do you see a crash in the stocks coming? Absolutely. There's a crash every decade. We've already had 2 this decade in 2021 and in 2025. 24? 25. I don't know. We got another one coming. Silver was so crazy tonight, I admit. Yeah. Not looking for recommendations, just liking trying to understand the strategy. All good. Thank you. Ooh, Adam, we'll look at KHC, which is Kraft Heinz later. Lucas. All right, thank you for the birthday wishes. Hello, just wanted to say it was remarkable to me how much patience you have to explain everything. Hey, that's why I'm here. The picture here is being mirrored, absolutely, Steve. If you know a way to invert the selfie camera on an iPhone, let me know. It's a YouTube thing, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've been doing this for over 10 years and still have the exact same problem I did 10 years ago. Carmen, lots of great information. You're welcome. Ross, is there a delay in the chat messages? Yes, Ross, I got 8 screens in front of me. No, my birthday was last Monday, not this Monday. So thank you, Granny. And yes, I'm 62, which makes me eligible for Social Security. Yay! I get a whopping $585 a month. Imagine that. I can retire now, $589 a month. Think about the fairness there. You got veterans sleeping under bridges. You got someone who put in 50 years of work, and I'm only getting 500, a little over 500 a month. Oh, that's my mom's birthday. Granny, yay! Chewy options. Sam, I'm sorry. Chewy has not been around for 20 years yet. You may like it. You may love it. Your dog may love it. But for me, okay, Finbin, cool beans. But for me, Sam, I want 2 decades of consistent profits. Chewy's not there yet. You'll still be taxed unless you opt out of the tax system, which is perfectly legal if you do it the right way. Yes, Ross, the questions are delayed. Thanks, Sam. You're welcome. We got a lot of yellow snow today. Oh, Steve, you know what they say. Yep, okay. All right, Phil, I liked your video. Thank you. All right. Micron, maybe. Google, no. AVGO, no. NVIDIA, no. Mueller, never heard of it. Sorry, Ricky. Okay, everything you named there, except for Micron. Micron may because it has some nice movement to it. Google's been around for a while, but they only have like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, Augustine, I get $585 a month. Can you imagine that? $585 after working for 5 decades. My very first job was in 1974. Yeah, I'm a veteran. And I put in 5 decades. Mother of pugs. Because the system just is, you know what? It doesn't work for everybody. mother of pugs. You know, I'm just one of those people that doesn't work for. I'm just glad that I really don't need it. Moses, SDY, ask me tomorrow. I want to finish up some of these questions. Thank you, Ricky. Ooh, that's it. I'm done. That's every single question. Now, I did say I would get to every single question, and I would let you know. Now, for you guys over here, all right, tomorrow I'm going to be late because I'm going for my Series 65 license tomorrow morning. The class is at 7. I will bring my computer with me, so I'll be broadcasting from the parking lot of the testing site. So I'll keep you informed. All right, that being said, we're done for today. You guys have a great day, and we're going to do this all over again tomorrow night, 9 p.m. every single night. Now, if you want to have a conversation, go to the website and book a call, or just leave your number in the chat. Not on this. How much was the class? The class was $200. But it's for a Series 65 license, which I'm not 100% sure I want to do because then it limits what I can do online. So I'm taking it because, you know, I'm being forced to, because Chucky ain't the nicest person in the world, let's say that. Just because you're smart and just because you can trade and make a lot of money, well, they want a slice of it. They want a portion of my profits. Finbin. I have no idea what that means, Finbin. And I'm kind of hoping it's not what I think it means because I don't do politics, so let's not do that. All right, so I'm done for the day. You guys have a great night. Catch you guys tomorrow. And you guys here, have a lovely evening. Thanks for stopping by. And for you guys here, thanks for stopping by. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow.